Boxing Doc. My boxing family, thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Boxing Doc channel. I'm going to break it down, and by it I mean fights, I mean the politics, I mean everything that has to do with boxing. I will be making an attempt to break it down for you guys. And I've had the channel up for a while, but I'm going to be a little bit more productive now. And I'm going to be a little bit more versatile too. Before I just had, videos of some of the action that I wanted to highlight for particular fighters. And now I'm just going to be adding an audio aspect to that too. So you guys can always tune in to see what I have to think about it. What I am going to say here is, before we even get into the nitty gritty of this video and the main topic, which is Ward versus Kovalev 2, I want you guys to strike that subscribe button. Do it right now. You're not going to want to miss my content. So might as well have a subscription so that every time I create a video, you'll see it pop up. I'm going to be as objective as I can whenever I'm discussing anything boxing related. So there'll be no fanboyism, there'll be no tribalism. I'm not going to be partial to one fighter. I will tell you who I like. I'm human after all, and there's certain things that are going to catch my eye more than others. So we'll have certain preferences, but I promise to not let that color my objective perspective on things. So yeah, enough with the chat. Let's get down to this. Ward versus Kovalev 2. Ward versus Kovalev 2, 24/7 is going to be airing June 2nd. That's this Friday. It's going to be amazing. I've been waiting for this fight for a long time. I was waiting for the first fight for a long time, and to just get it twice is such a treat. These are two premier talents. Honestly, this is the best matchup that could be made in boxing. I think leaps and bounds better than Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G, but that's a story for another day. So yeah, make sure to check in to this 24/7. Should be full of great sound bites. Kovalev with his crusher mentality, and Andre Ward with his indomitable spirit. It's going to be something to watch and marvel at. So definitely don't miss that. Support this fight, guys. I mean, this is a classic example of the best fighting the best. This is a must-see fight. I hear a lot of talk of, Ward's going to figure it out. Ward's the boxer. The boxer always figures it out the second time in a rematch. I just can't buy that as easily. I'm sorry, but it's just not that clear to me. I definitely see that element there of the boxer being able to maybe do a little bit more boxing. But I think by just stating that, it's sort of an ignorant look at the entire fight of the two fighters, because that'd be to say that maybe Kovalev doesn't have any boxing ability, or doesn't have high boxing ability. I believe both of those statements are not true. Kovalev has great boxing ability. He knows how to box. In fact, that's what he's done for much of his career. He's a long-range fighter. He likes to fight from the outside. He likes to land those jabs and follow it up with the right hand, and sometimes reverse the combination. He knows how to maintain distance on his opponents, and he has very long reach as well. So he enjoys boxing from the outside, and he's not just a come forward fighter. Although maybe an element that's missing to his boxing game is being able to fight going backwards. But that's not really something he's had to show us, since he's always the one that's pushing his opponent back. So I don't think it's going to be as easy as, the boxer being able to make the adjustments and outbox the brawler. It's not that type of story or that narrative. I believe it's going to be just as tough as the first fight. And Kovalev is working hard. He's training hard, and aside from all the clowning, pray to me, I'm your God, and all that stuff, I believe that there's some serious venom there. He really wants to show people that what happened in November was a fluke. Aside from him getting robbed, which is his perspective, I don't believe that at all. But aside from what he thinks in terms of him getting robbed, he believes that he could do much better in terms of his conditioning and making sure that he doesn't gas towards the end of the fight. And he believes those improvements can be made, and he's going to show people those improvements. So you guys can see in these photos here, Kovalev is really putting in that work. Back with John David Jackson, the rumors of them splitting apart prove not to be true, at least from what we're seeing in these photos. And check out his Instagram. He's doing mitt work with John David Jackson, and looks like in some of the videos he's working on his defense a little bit. But everything seems to be harmonious over on that end, and he seems really motivated to really come and get back those 3 titles that he believes were wrongly taken from him. Right? And he has a right to believe that. It was a very close fight, and he believed that he was able to do more of the hurting. He did knock down Ward, and the entire fight was competitive. So being the champion, he expected the fight to go his way, and when it didn't, it was a huge shock to him, hence the robbery talk. So it should be, I'm looking forward to seeing what Kovalev brings to this fight. It's going to be a great challenge for Andre Ward. And boxing ability aside, this guy is probably pound for pound the most menacing power puncher. Right? If you want to, let's just discount the heavyweight division, because that's a whole world on its own. But from, let's say, cruiserweight going on down, per division, who has the most power, I'd have to put Kovalev right up there. I'd have to me, he's number 1, even more so than Gennady Golovkin. But that's obviously subject to debate. So, but if you factor that in, that he's a great boxer, but on top of that, he's also a menacing power puncher, Andre Ward has his hands full, completely full, because the power of the shots alone are going to change the dynamic of the fight. It's going to change how Ward has to approach the fight, and he really has to watch or walk this very careful line between being too aggressive and being overly cautious. That's the thin line that Andre Ward has to walk. And basically the way I see this is he has to be damn near perfect to beat Kovalev. Whereas Kovalev can make a few mistakes, he does have the power to bail him out, and also some of the physical advantages, like just being the bigger man, the longer man. And so these are physical attributes that can bail Kovalev out of a tough fight. But I want to know what you guys have to say. Do you think that Ward can outbox Kovalev in the second fight? Is Kovalev equal in boxing skill to Andre Ward? Or is he even better than Andre Ward when it comes to boxing skill? Leave your comments in the section below. Next video I have coming up very soon, I'll be focusing on the Ward element of this fight, breaking down what I think he can do and what I think he's going to bring to the fight June 17th. Alright guys, it's the Boxing Doc signing off.